In the last video, we learned the importance of leaving behind selfish thinking in order to move forward into deep relationships. And we learned, we saw how two people, as they continue to push themselves outwards and focus less inward, they actually connect their lives together and experience deeper relationships rather than turning inward and becoming isolated. So if we want to have deep relationships, we have to learn to be selfless. While this is true, we need to make an important kind of observation about what it means to live selflessly. See, many of us, when we think about living selflessly, we quickly jump to thinking that means we got to ignore all of our own needs and wants and desires. But that idea is actually completely untrue and actually often leads to a lot of pain and heartache. So that's not what we're talking about. The truth is we need to pay attention to our own needs and desires, but we got to reshape our understanding of how those get met and the motivation that underlies them. You see, if we're truly to live selflessly, to be the kind of people that are actually capable of having deep relationships with other people, then we need to attend to our own needs and our own desires. But we got to do so as part of how we love and care for those we're in relationship with. That's how we do it. We do it as part of our love and our care for others. So this is the fourth principle that we want to give to you in moving forward into having deeper relationships with others, is that you've got to actually take care of yourself for the sake of other people. Take care of yourself for others. That's the fourth principle. See, when you're in a deep relationship with another person, there's going to be times where when you are in need, where you need to lean on them for a little extra support or a little extra comfort and encouragement, and you're going to have to ask for that maybe and invite that in, and that's okay. You're gonna that's just kind of the way these things go. And maybe part of that is even acknowledging your inability to actually meet some of their needs when you're in a place of need yourself, and all of that is actually an expression of care and concern and love to that person. That's how we can express that. And so this is a way that the relationship continues to move forward. So we take some time for ourselves as we refresh and re-energize and become healthy again, and that actually helps move the relationship forward. We can lean on others for support during difficult times so that then we can do the same for them and they can lean on us once we get through and onto the other side. See, the danger is if we ignore our own needs and desires going on inside of ourselves, then we quickly find that we don't actually have the ability to love others well. And we're not a good friend, and we're letting down the relationship when we get to that place. See, when we actually become resentful and easily angered, when we become lethargic and uninterested, that's how we become when we allow our own needs to go unmet over time, and when we actually are not doing what's best for others. So by placing our own need to appear selfless is what it is, right? Our own desire to appear like we're totally selfless. When we place that ahead of actually caring for ourselves and doing this for the sake of others and the true need for others, we're actually perpetuating and engaging in a really subtle form of selfishness. And that's something we need to be quite careful of. So we need to care for ourselves, but we need to do so in a way that is helping others in the journey and has this journey of understanding others as part of how we're moving through selfishness. It's like we're walking a tightrope, right? We're between understanding what appropriate self-care is versus selfish indulgence. And we need to come to some kind of balance or understanding of how we walk that tightrope together, where we're engaging in appropriate self-care, but not sliding into selfish indulgence. And that's just a danger and something that we need to be aware of, because we can so easily deceive ourselves. So it's a question we need to constantly be asking. And that's even a question that you can raise in relationship with other people once there's trust built and vulnerability's been shared and all that kind of stuff. See, if we can actually become this kind of person who cares for others even while caring for ourselves, that someone who's genuinely interested in caring for other people, deep relationships are bound to follow. It's almost like a guarantee. See, as we move beyond the boundaries of our own lives and connect our lives to others, we'll find that they too will respond and do the same as well. And as we live selflessly and love others and invite others to join us in that way of life, that's what deep relationships are really all about. So you got to initiate, You got to be vulnerable, you got to leave selfishness behind, but you also need to take care of yourself for the sake of others. Take care of yourself for the sake of others. That's what deep relationships are all about. And in the next video, we're going to start talking specifics about how you can start moving some of your relationships into a deeper, more significant and meaningful relationship. Hey, if you found this material helpful, then just click on the link below and it'll take you to a website where you can access a whole video series that's developed in helping you to take your relationships deeper. See, I think we are all created to experience deep, meaningful, significant relationships that go beyond just the surface level. So we'll explain some of the principles of what those relationships look like and then start talking specifically about how you can have those kind of relationships. And you can have it. It is possible. So click on the link below and you'll gain access to the whole video series.